All right, ready to struggle. What's going on, guys? All right. We live? I think we are. Yeah. D7. Anybody in the chat? Mark, hey, how you doing, Mark? I'm doing well. Trying to play the tips tour round before it expires on, well, it expires tonight, so we're gonna hop on and play it. I think it's a pretty hard course. I haven't ever played it. I'm guessing that the green speeds are going to be tough. Brian H, hello. Yeah, for sure. I've been bugging him. I've been telling him he needs to do it. That I just think it's such a cool thing to do, and there's so much you can do with it, especially teaching-wise. I thought he did a good job. I watched it. I did see his video. He threw out some credit. I threw my name out there a couple times. He's a solid guy. But yeah, he showed a projector you can get off Amazon, a newer one, like one that's out of I bought mine used. So I thought that was very helpful. And then his swing path stuff, that's a brilliant idea for, improvement, game improvement. I just think there's so much you can do with it. And obviously my mind thinks of it in the way that I use it. But if we get more people using it, you're going to find out there's going to be little nuances people throw in and add into it. So. Been sick since Thursday? Oh no. Sorry, Tom. I'm going to play the tips tour tonight. It might not be that fun to play this one, but I'm going to give it a try. I said, thanks, wife. Yeah, the training aid. Sorry, I didn't see that, Mark. Yeah, the training aid for sure. I have a little bit of that, so I use like some stance lines, but swing path lines I don't. I do have a center line, and I use it for alignment. So I do have lines here, 4 stages, and then I've got a line to square myself up to the target. So you got a new 60, but the mask is all black. Well, if the mask is all black, mine are very light. They're dotted so that they're not that apparent. They aren't solid. Well, Brian, if your mask is all black, then your hue, saturation, and value sliders are too tight. So basically, the mask will be all white if you have the hue, saturation, value sliders all the way open. So the minimum at 0, the max at 179. It'll turn all white because that'll detect every color. If your mask is black, it means nothing in the view of the camera is the detectable color that you've moved your hue, saturation, and value sliders to. So for me, I don't use any of the drop down for my ball colors. I would go in and hit the D key and open up that HSV slider window. Start with all your sliders all the way open. And I'd move the value slider up to about halfway, and it should then show you the balls. And then I'd start to lower the top end of the hue slider and raise the bottom end of the hue slider until your ball shows up white. Have 2 or 3 balls laying in there when you're doing it. But if your whole thing is black, then your windows, your parameters are too tight. So how do the alignments help when you go on the course? Actually, Mark, I think it's a good point. One of the things I struggled with outdoors this year was the feeling of being aligned. So standing over the ball outdoors and thinking, I'm aimed right there, And then, you know, my playing partner would say, hey, you're actually aimed over here. So I do think that, you know, when you look up in the sim, the visual, you do got to kind of retrain and be more comfortable outdoors. Definitely got to get the alignment sticks down on the outdoor range, because it's so easy to align indoors. You know, you can square yourself up to your mat edges. You can line yourself up to your hitting box. You know, you can use the toe lines, but really what I want to know is when I'm in alignment, what's my ball flight look like? You know, what can I trust when I'm in alignment? And then you do have to take it outdoors and figure out how to get aligned. So, so yeah, it's more of a trust thing, Mark, and trusting alignment. That's pretty cool. New projector is exciting. Hey, Alan, I got back today. So a bunch of road time. I got back today. I wanted to finish the tips tour round and try to get some world golf ranking points before this round expires tonight. So I got to get this tournament done before tomorrow. No, but I've been keeping an eye on the Unicore stuff and the TrackMan stuff. The TrackMan, I do think their software looks really cool. I just don't ever see myself having a TrackMan indoors. Maybe. But Unicore, I've always got my eye on. It's it's probably on the top of my list, that and Pro T with what I'd like to get next for like an overhead unit. That said, I don't know if I'll ever, you know, fully stop playing GSPro, just because of the community. The sim golf tournaments, the designs on the courses are great. So I kind of probably will always find myself playing GSPro. You know, Mark, the best way to move it to the next screen is to hit Windows key, Shift, and then the arrow keys. So if you hold Windows and Shift, or no, Control and Windows, what is it? Control Windows, let me look here. Windows Shift over, yeah. Windows Shift and your arrow keys will move the whatever's on display one. If you just select into that program and you hit Windows Shift and then push your left arrow, it'll go over one screen. Push left arrow again, it'll go over another screen. So yeah, Windows Shift arrow key. Thank you, Buck, for confirming that. But that's the easiest way. Join the par 3, I love it. They played a tough one this week. Mark, you don't have the option to pick left or right screen. Okay, yeah. And then two, if you have it pause when it starts up, you should be able to choose the screen it goes to. That might be a thing too. Hey, Matthew. Ian, am I totally done with the Garmin? I don't think I'm totally done, but I only have I don't have a lot of time to make that decision fully. I just got sent an email. Adam, one of the guys in our chat usually. I don't know if he's here tonight. Maybe he will be. Adam, he plays in the league. He sent me an email where he did some testing on the Garmin using cameras and ball speeds, and really confirmed all the putting issues I'm having with some real testing, like actual data, as in it's not reading the correct putting speeds. And so that alone has me really turned off from using it, because in GSPro I need correct putting inputs. I need raw data to be right. So I have the Garmin sitting over here. I wish they would send another. There's been one update in the 50 days that it's been launched. And that just addressed a bad GSPro connection. So I don't know. They've got a week or so before I'm convinced that it's something I want to spend that much money on if it can't pick up accurate putting data. So I would say I'm 75% done. Unfortunately, when I bought it, I didn't think that would be the case. Played IRL today. I wish I could play IRL. Way too cold up here. Jealous of you. Crazy how long it takes to get answers from ground. It is, math. It is crazy. Antennas, what is going on? Too cold in Idaho to play outside for sure. So it's a good time to come out there to ski though, isn't it, Ida? I feel like it would be. All right, I gotta hit a couple of longer shots and then I really do need to get playing so I can get this done before the tournament expires. I don't know if it's midnight or if they just, somebody ends it in the morning sometime or when it actually expires, but I think it's a hard course. Yeah, the bigger companies, their communication style sure makes you feel that way. It's like they don't give you any credibility when you say something, almost as if they're the expert. You know, not that I'm an expert, but I can do basic testing and return data and let them be the expert on it. They could choose to listen, I suppose. But it's not just me. It's a lot of people in the community frustrated with mainly the putting. The rest of it I have been very satisfied with, I guess. It's just for that kind of money, if you're going to have a unit connect to GSPro, it's got to put out good raw data. It's got to send out good, just raw, naked data because it's not the software handling the ball flight anymore. So you need to send out, and for full shots it does. It sends out really good data. So it's kind of a bummer. Feels like the putting thing should be a simpler type fix, but haven't had a lot of feeling that they even want to support it. So I like my MLM2 Pro over my Square for the if the question was based on, say, accuracy. Ease of use, you know, connectivity, you know, built-in connector, putting on the Square. There's many things that I like about the Square. I mean, if you're talking about, if you're somebody who doesn't want a complicated setup, you don't want to set up webcam putting, you don't want to go through the third-party connection with the MLM2 Pro, you don't want to pay the annual subscription like you do on the MLM2 Pro, the Square is yours, but you're sacrificing, I would say, a little bit of accuracy on the spin data and maybe speed right now for me. But the Square, though, I mean, if you didn't have something to compare it to, it feels very real when you play with it. I don't think it's giving you like wrong shot shapes. I think you just might be getting a little less hook or a little more hook, or, you know, it's just I don't know that it's is accurate. That's all I would say. But if you're going for simple setup, no annual subscription, easy connection, putting built in, those are why you do Square. I love both of them, honestly. I like the Square and the MLM, but I play with the MLM because it feels like it's more consistent, more accurate, it's more true to the other launch monitors I've played side by side. But on the MLM, you've got this 2-second shot delay. You got to have a third-party connector, and you got to set up your own webcam putting. And you got to pay $200 a year or $500 for the lifetime. So there's some pluses and minuses there for sure. Like Mark said, cost is one of them. Hey, Derby, what's up? Good question, Greg and Vanessa. I'm not sure which. All right, a couple drivers, then we'll go play. I think the hardest part tonight's just gonna be putting, honestly. I don't think my golf game is plus or minus a ton either direction, but putting on stemp 13 with a hard hole physics, yeah, it can be tough. Yeah, driver, iron, wedges, everything except putting, Ian. Everything except putting for me feels insanely realistic and meets quality to me. It's just putting, which to me that's a big deal. You know, for that much money I want to be able to putt. Same chipping as you. You know, Jeff, I thought I did, and then if you go back and look, I've got a couple nights where I ran the Garmin side by side with the MLM2 Pro. The MLM2 Pro, if you look back at their history, they've done, I mean, a lot of times they push out a firmware update every couple months. They have an update every month usually, whether it's the app or the firmware. And if you look back, they have updated their chipping. They've worked on chipping almost every update since it came out. And I got to the point where I had like the MLM, this mental thing about how I had to chip to get it to read right. And then I laid it side by side with the Garmin for a whole night and side by side with the Square. And I had the numbers up on the screen. And what I learned was like, it's actually, they've gotten it pretty good. Occasionally you have a chip shot where it just doesn't read it, which I would prefer that over it sending the shot in and guessing. Mainly flop shots. But it feels pretty good chipping, honestly. Ah. Ben, you can get me putting. I need to get a Mevo first, Alan. we got to connect on that this week if we can, Alan. That'd be great. I'm back now, so I mean it's all been on me, and we definitely got to get Ida set up. I got to stop hitting these. Toe kick draws here. There we go, Mark. That's a little better, isn't it? It's amazing what the center of the face will do. You're loving your Mevo Plus? Yeah. I think most Mevo owners have good things to say about it. I think it's a great unit. I don't own one. I wanted to. It was on the expense. The reason I got the MLM2 Pro was just because of the cost. A little bit of a pull. One more swing. We'll go play. We'll go play. Of the cut in there? There's the cut. Okay. All right, we need them both. I think you could set it up. You get all the data out of the big boys with the Mevo Plus. I think that's true, Alan. I think I agree with you from everything I've ever heard. All right, we're just gonna go here. I just need a couple of, I want to figure out some tempo on some wedges here. They lied, I said one more shot, but I need to figure out what my 3/4, my like arm parallel lob wedge is going. I feel like it's about 70. I'm gonna need those shots. So that's 65 raw. That's what I need to just have in there. So that's 65. 65. All right, so remember that. But it's pretty expensive to get the Mevo with the Pro package, isn't it? $61, so 3/4 is about 60. I should know these, but I don't. 3/4 with my sand wedge, 80. That's 70. $81. That's better. Budget, hello. Mevo with the Pro. So what is the Mevo with the Pro package? You're in probably what, $2,500? Is that what it would be, or what is it? 3,000, yeah. Yeah, it's more of that feeling, Mark. You know how it's like some people feel like they don't, they feel like they take it back all the way and they don't. That's kind of, you're probably right. I'm trying to get where this arm feels parallel. So just where that one feels extended. That's chunky, but I think it's about 80. What I want it to be is about 80. Like that. 77. Just because we're going to need to hit some shot. On 13 stemp, you have to take the spin off the ball. That's what I've kind of figured out on the Tips Tour. Well, I haven't played that well yet, but you got to take the spin off or you just lose it. 2800, sent back the R50. Okay. So it's about 3. And so if you're in it for 3, there's 80. Then what's the next best launch monitor where you actually get the club data? You got to spend, it would be the Foresight, the GC3, wouldn't it? All right, now let's hit one lazy one. No stickers, yeah. I know, it's actually very impressive. One thing about the Garmin is you don't even get location on the face that you hit it, which is frustrating to me. Okay. Let's go play. Let's go do it. We got to leave the range with one driver, don't we? Anybody played this course? It's in Michigan. The difficulty rating on it, I looked it up before I started. The difficulty rating on it was a 5. I haven't seen a lot of those. And the scores did not look that low for the guys that usually play Tips Tour events. Some of those, okay. The MLM is awesome for the price. It's just, it is a little finicky. I'm definitely, I would call myself a tech guy. And to get it set up to where where I have it definitely takes a little bit of work. We're not on up there or what? Come on. No, yeah, no. All right, I guess my camera's not working. Properties. Kind of want this camera to work for later. It does? There it is. How many days I got left to bring the R50 back? I got till like the 9th of January. I want to say. I probably need to do it this week. Need to make a decision. All right, sim golf tournaments. We were going to go play. Oh, hopefully they didn't already close it. It looks like next week's is already out. I'm going to try to play it. I hope they didn't already close it. So you go to live. No, they haven't closed it yet. We'll see. Yearly subscription is $200 or it's $500 for a lifetime subscription on the MLM. So I think right now I've got a couple days left. I can pay $300 for the MLM lifetime to unlock it for myself. But I will say the data coming off the MLM2 Pro, I think it's solid. I don't doubt it one bit. It's something I have a lot of confidence in. All right, let's go play. So we got Tips Tour. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this course does look like a lot of deep rough. A lot of deep rough, a lot of rough. And then I wonder what the greens are, we'll figure out what the greens are like. But at 13, they're probably all gonna be tough. I guess I looked at the leaderboard before it started, and top 30, which would be one of my better finishes on the Tips Tour, top 30 is 10 over total, which it's usually not, it's usually much lower to get to top 30. But I'm gonna try to play well tonight. Sometimes I just play, but I'm gonna try to think about some shots tonight and fight for a decent score on the Tips Tour. All right, here we go. Hole 1, Crystal Downs, Frankfort, Michigan. Draw a touch more. Oh, we'll just miss it. The fairway is going to be so important today. I'm guessing because of spin, but that was a good swing. Okay. Tried the new MLM2 beta firmware yet? I haven't. No. I didn't even know there was any. I guess you got to be a beta tester to get that, I guess. One reason you got the square? Yeah. The square's putting is phenomenal. Chipping is phenomenal. I love the square. I have no qualms with the square at all. If it was my only launch monitor, I'd be happy with it. But it's definitely got a little bit to prove on the spin side of things. But they update and work so hard at it that I wouldn't be shocked if they ended up figuring it out and getting it spot on at some point. All right, 125. 125, I'm out of the rough. I'm gonna hit pitching wedge. Doesn't need a Phoenix Open. No, you guys, no. I'm gonna try to play well, but let's still have some fun. Come on. If you guys want to start a drinking game, start one. Maybe I'll join. All right, 125, here we go. Oh, come on, MLM. Oh, I did read. I was gonna say, I hit that good. Sit. Not bad. Now look at this. This is where it's gonna be crazy. I don't even want to know. I should have putted some on the thing. Quiet on the first tee. Yeah. Oh, what's this gonna do, boys? Oh man. Is it that much? It all depends on how hard I hit it, but oh boy. I'm gonna overthink this, but we're gonna play a lot more break. This is stimp 13 right now. Stimp 13, 6 feet. No! God dang it. Ah! Oh my gosh. All right. 4'10". Uphill 1. Get in there. Okay. Yeah, 13. Stem 13, they break so much. And you do got to get used to it. I mean, the guys that play Tips 2 are really good at it. I'm not yet. I'm trying to figure out that break. That's tough to hit it to 6 feet and not birdie. Ah. But that's okay. Par is good on the Tips Tour. If you par them all, I think if you par them all this week, let me look, I got a leaderboard up there. Parred them all this week, you would be in the top. You'd be in 9th place. If you par this entire course, you're in 9th place. Even par is 9th place. So, all right. We're gonna try to throw some darts. All right, here we go. Cut. It's not cutting, it's actually drawing. Pull, draw. Trying to hit a cut. So I got the swing across it, but I had the face closed. That's okay. Nine in, 7 up. Square L13 glass, only way to get good. That is playing nothing but that, probably for sure. You're probably not wrong at all, you know. I have done where I've played see, I got left line. I have done where I've played, you know, tips tour rounds and then gone in and played pro or gone in and played league or whatever, and the stimp changes and you just overread everything, underread everything. Kind of got to change your whole mindset around it. All right, I got 8 iron. The rough should take some off, and we're 7 miles an hour in. So I'm just gonna try to. Felt really good. Get there. Come on. Yes, let's go. If I don't have to putt, that's gonna be the only way to make birdies. Hell yeah. Honestly, 3 days on vacation, not swinging, is the best the back has felt in a while. Hopefully this keeps up. Yeah, you're right, Mark. You're right, for sure. I have considered it. I actually am every other, and it's fairly loose. But what you see and projected on the screen is actually an overlay that I put up. But my image is, I have it fairly tight. I started working today on a fun video, so maybe you guys will get a little bit more insight into some of these things inside of this room, a little more close up. Video I started a while ago, but I haven't finished. All right, 191 down 12, so 179. 179. This pin looks like it's on an absolute mound. I don't think you can even, I wonder if you can even hold it. You probably can't. I probably shouldn't go for this pin. 179. 179. 10 mile an hour wind. What's a guy to do here? I'm gonna hit 7 iron. I think with the wind downhill, we'll just see how lucky we can get. I feel like this is gonna be a hole where it's all about putting up and getting up and down. Oh, that was a good strike too. A really good strike. Sit. 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 This is gonna go up forever on these greens. $120, does that give you access to all? It does. It gives you access to everything. So $80, IDA gives you access to the basic Sim Golf Tour stuff. So you get everything besides leagues. And then for $40 more, you can now enter any of the public leagues, like the Triple Bogey League or Joe Legalski's, or they have a senior tour league. Somebody in our Discord says he's putting together a Vegas league. So for the $40 more, you get into the more, you can do private leagues, or you can join like the Triple Bogey Live League that's public. And that's for the $40 more. Okay, this looks scary. This is what makes, just like in real life, the Tips Tour is all about the short game, and that's what makes or breaks the good players on this one. So 39 feet uphill, 17, so 50 feet, 57 feet. Sit. Boy, I knew it. This hole was all going to be about how well I could leg putt. And look at that. You could almost putt right off this ridge. Please don't do it. All right, 15.6. I feel like it's just going to come straight down once it starts to die. So I need to worry about speed and just let it die and curl. Come on. Oh, man. Not bad, I guess. Even par still. My touch is going to be definitely, I don't have the best touch, honestly, for the 50 footers in GSPro. And now it's going to be one of those days where the nerves and the Stimp 13 is going to be tough. Okay, so explain you the heat map colors. Okay, so the heat map colors, basically red, it's like topography. If you've ever seen, you know, any of the topographic or ortho mosaic type maps, maybe you've seen in construction, where red is going to be your highest point on the green and blue will be the lowest. So it's a gradient that goes from red to yellow to green to blue, blue being the lowest. So when you see red, it's a really high point, big mound. And when you see blue, it's a low point. And typically, if you see both red and blue on a green, you've got some steep slope. So whenever I see red and blue, I'm thinking to myself, it's like, gosh, can you hold this green? Or, you know, how difficult will it be? So, all right, we're gonna try to hit the cut shot here around the corner. I think it's the right play. All right. Here we go. Didn't cut, did it? And it's got really zeroed out spin. Get out of the bunker, please. Ah, there we go. Got lucky. So the spin was almost zero again. Last time I tried to hit a cut, this path was across, but the face was shut. So I didn't, same thing happened there. Face was square to path. Yeah. So on this screen, you can see it. So you see that blue little valley there. I don't know if you can see in the mini map. There's a blue valley on the front of this one, and there's red behind it. So to me, the change from back to front is massive. Now, it could be flat in that yellow area, but typically when I see this, I'm thinking everything's going to spin off the front of that green. It's not always the case, but it kind of looks like it. So 132. Yeah, I can basically, it's a little backstop. I just don't want to be too short of this. 133 uphill, 136. Wind at my back. So I think I'm still going to hit pitching wedge. The wind should make up for the rough, I think. And then it should not have too much spin or anything because of the rough. Get it in the yellow is the key for sure. All right, 133. I don't know if I got enough of it is my problem. Go wind, blow. Yeah, I just kind of chunked it. It was not the cleanest strike. Yep, red, blue plus 13. Yeah. You did join STT? Awesome. Yeah, Budge, I think I saw your comment. That's awesome, man. But it's fun. For me, I'm just someone that's like competitive. And this gives me, you know, little things to compete with while I'm in here. It feels more meaningful than when I'm just banging balls in the sim. So that's probably my biggest reason I do it. And then community, like playing with you guys and the public leagues, they're fun as well. All right, uphill 4, 27 feet. So this is like 35. Break. Come on, sit. No. Ah, knee wobblers. I got to get it in that circle. I got to be better. It's going to stress me out doing these kind of things all night. All right, so 5 feet, downhill 1 inch, and braking. All right, we're going to go right there. Get in there. All right. Yeah, same for you, Alan. Yeah, absolutely. We do need to get you in there, Ida. We do. And with heat maps too, you guys, I showed this on the stream the other night, and this was happening to me a lot when I first started playing. Some of them, like the color, there's no color. They're just flat in color. You don't see any elevation change. But if you hit the L key and go to your lighting settings, you might have saturation so low that it's not saturating the colors of your heat map. They're also part of the color settings. So sometimes it does good to have the heat map pulled up when you do your saturation settings, just to figure out what it is. All right, I'm trying to figure out here, do I lay up on this hole or do I just hit it for it? Oops, I hit flyover button on my deal. Yeah, there's a senior league on the public leagues part of it, right, Alan, I think? Which I saw. I think one of the designers might have, or one of the main SGT guys might have started it. I'm not sure. Muscle up big guy. I know, I'm gonna try to hit one up there. We'll see how it goes. Got the wind with me. Says it's downhill. So yeah, you got to play more brake on the 13th stemp. I think if I can get the brake figured out, I can start to make more, obviously. Seems like an obvious statement, doesn't it? All right, here we go. Oh, that was such a off-balance, terrible swing. It's just, that's going to be fine. No, it's not going to be fine. I was going to say, cut into the fairway. Sit there. Worst swing of the night, boys. Okay, so deep rough now. Deep rough is like 30%. So 78. I'm actually going to play that like it's, I'm going to play it like it's 110. And the screen runs away from me, so we'll go there. I don't want to go too long necessarily, but if I could land this, let's see here, 78. If I hit it like 100 maybe. It's all a guessing game, but here we go. Good strike, but did I guess right? Carry 104 raw. No, I hit it too hard. Sit there. Let's stay on the green. Stays on the green. Oh, it was just a bad swing. 42, do I qualify as a senior? Just became a grandpa. I'm probably gonna need ID, Ida. They're gonna need ID, I'm betting. No, who knows? I don't even know. I don't know if it's a private league or if it's just public and anybody can join it. It's just like on your honor, probably. 39 up 1. This just looks like it swings so far. Is that enough? I don't know. I'm kind of guessing here. 39. Guess we're always guessing, aren't we? Break, 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 break. That's going. That's pretty good. You probably got bionic joints by now, Mark. You're cheating. You probably got metal joints with robot actuators in them now. With that many surgeries. Thanks, Mark. Good putt. I'm only kidding. I don't envy medical stuff. A lot of titanium. Yeah, the airport's a interesting place for you, I suppose. All right, let's go here. I don't know what's up there. Is this the wrong club? Feels like the right club. Decent leg putt. Thank you. Finally is right. It feels like we make a birdie whenever you hit it inside that circle. Stay there. Thanks, Badger. Appreciate that. Floor projection it's freaking cool. There's from the educational stuff to just having data. Like my dad doesn't see well, so he doesn't see the screen well, but he can see the numbers on the floor, so it helps with that. And then it's just kind of a wow factor in the sim, if I'm being honest. And then like what Joe showed today, doing some of the swing aid stuff, alignment stuff, there's probably so much more you can do with it that I haven't even dipped my toe into. Yeah, he did. I've been bugging him. I've been telling him he needs to. He's just such a nice guy. I almost think he was thinking, I don't even know. Maybe he felt bad because I had done one and he didn't. I just kept telling him, dude, you got to do one. You do video on everything. You'll have your own angle on it. You'll have your own ideas with it. And he did. I thought it was a good video. And he even threw my name out. Didn't have to do that. All right, 91. This one looks like it's just, I don't know if you can even hold the front of the screen, can you? We'll see. It seems like everything's just going to roll off the screen. 91. 91. Okay, I got sandwich here. 91. Yeah, too much spin to hold probably. Stay there. What did I fly that? I carried raw 91. Oh, but I'm in the rough. So it took off 10% from the rough. For sure, Badger. Even Alan's got some different stuff now too with the Mevo and I believe OBS and some voice attack stuff. So like, what's cool is, you know, my mind thinks about things in one kind of certain way. It's kind of like proofreading your own paper, right? It's hard to do. But it's funny how the second you put something out, like in the comments from people messaging me, you learn twice as much and you figure out all these other ways you can use it. All right, so we're uphill 13 inches. We are 24 feet. All right, come on. Get lucky. Gosh, that just felt like it died. So I hit that 7 miles an hour. I wonder if the rough the fairway lie must have got me. Okay, so now we're uphill an inch, 10 feet. Let's see here. 9. I think I've got enough. I hope I got enough. Let's go. If we can start making those, That's huge, man. Yeah, adding to the teaching side of it. Yeah, thanks, Badger. Yeah. Talked about when he first started on. Yeah, great stuff on it. Yeah, and I just used an old, thanks, guys. I just used an old projector off Marketplace. I do have my old projector that it's way nicer than the one I got on Marketplace. I just have been too lazy to swap it out with the one I bought on Facebook. So I'm still using this old NEC projector for my floor. I do have a nice sim room projector that I may just use for floor projection because I don't have anything else to do with it. But what's this one doing? 325 down 13, wind at my back. This doesn't feel like, is there any reward in going for this? Or am I just gonna end up under a tree in a bunker up a hill? I don't think there's any reward to go for this because of that valley. I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna try to find a fairway. We're gonna try to do some tips to our course management for once. All right. Hey, thanks, Ida. Ida with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know, I honestly, and the great part is, like, I was telling my wife about this, is, you know, I think everybody feels this way when they're able to help at something, but it honestly feels good. It feels good to be able to help people with that kind of stuff. So I honestly really enjoy it. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. You did not have to, but thank you. Crowd goes, boom, intelligent golf. I have done so much. If you want to watch some unintelligent, aggressive sim golf play, you should check out some of the previous VODs. I need to pull up that Colorado one and clip it where I hit I act like I'm proud of it, but it's just what happened. I hit like 4 out of bounds after starting off birdie eagle. I've talked about this before. I tin cupped it to start off a tournament not long ago. All right, so we got 70 yards uphill a little bit. This one just seems like it's in like a little valley. Yeah, it was definitely some tin cup action. I think people in the chat even said, can you want to back out and play a different event? I think that comment came up. Hey, Adam, how you doing, man? Was it your email today? Thanks for sending that. I am going to forward it on. I'd love to talk about it in a video too. All right, let's see here. 70 yards. What did we talk about? That was 65, 70. Yeah. Okay, here we go. It's gonna spin too much, isn't it? No. Sit there. Cool, man. How's the round going? I would say good. Tips tour, Stimp 13. More importantly, I'm hitting the ball pretty well, it feels like. Give myself some of those. I've had some good shots. Very first hole tonight, I had as good a chance at any at birdie, and the greens are so fast. That's all I really can say about that. They're so fast. All right, so 13. I'm going to play more than what I think. I just feel like that's kind of the way I've got to do this. 13 feet. Oh, and I pulled it a little. Hey, Budget, thanks so much. Budget with the $10 super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, man. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Budget. Appreciate that. First super chat on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ida, I think that was like your 5th, man. I want to get how close are you to like Jackson Hole? That's Wyoming, isn't it? What's the one out by you, Ida? What's the one in Idaho? Like right across the border. What's the big ski resort there? Do you ski by chance? You the man? Yeah, you the man. Budget. Budget is the man. 2 hours from Jackson? Okay. What's that little town right across the border? Is that near Jackson Hole? What am I thinking? Gosh, there's a little Grand Targhee, probably. I'll look it up later because it's a bad story when you can't tell the name of the thing you're thinking. All right, here we go. Number 8. I tried to swing hard. Did I get it? 164 is not bad. I was thinking if I hit one hard, can I get there in 2? Just get over the hill. Out of the shoes on that one. Out of the shoes. Maps. I want to look something up before it flees my mind. All right, it is right here, as I'm thinking. I'll have to message you later on. Now I can't figure it out. Thought just looking at it I would be able to. Idaho Falls? No, yeah, I'm not sure. GLGL. Nice, 317. Yeah, I got lucky there. Raw carry 297 though. 164 ball speed's high for me. Sun Valley, yes. There's Alpine right by Jackson. Tighten my laces. Early start tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. All right, Matthew. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, the raw was awesome there, wasn't it? Not gonna lie. With a Titleist ball too. Can't even get ball speed with these things. Okay, now can we hit a 3-wood straight? That'll be the next thing. 3-wood been a little hit or miss for me. And then this green, it's all back to front. Okay. My brother played in a golf tournament out in Idaho every year, and that's what I was trying to think of. There's a course he played. Is it like Grand Teton? No, I don't even know. He played a course out there. I'll figure it out one of these days and bring it back up. It's a bad story right now because I can't remember. Okay, 231, up 16. Hit that hard, but I cut it too much. I'm gonna short side myself. Stop. I think we're fine. All right, let's look at this shot. Heat map, green. Yeah, we didn't do ourselves any favors here. I've got the MLM2 Pro today. A little bit of a right-hand lie, rough, 32. The whole green slopes right to left. What is that? Is it bricks? What monitor are you using now? Come on, Eagle. Eagle would be sweet, right? Let's get to hold this out though. For that now. All right, here we go. 32. We got a lob wedge. I'm gonna try to throw it up. Sit in there. Come on. Let's go. I think all my birdies are going to be ones that I don't have to putt. Hey, Pijo, I started off with a garage net. I've got some cool pictures of this exact space with just a net on the ground, or a mat on the ground, and a black net. So I was there. Thanks, Ida. Thanks, Antennas. From garage net to this. Nice shot, Phil. Yeah, I wish, right? That guy's so talented. All right, 176 here. This looks like absolutely nasty. Uphill, into the wind, 184, 194. Yeah, this looks like a, gotta hit a shot here. 6-iron probably, if not more. Let's see here. My wife wants her parking spot back though, yeah. Yeah, I can. That is a challenge for sure. I don't know what you can do about that. All right, we're gonna go right side. I feel like naturally I draw it. The wind is in and left, and then it looks like down left of this hole is trouble. Trouble. I know I need to keep that putter in the bag, that's for sure. All right, 6-iron here. way too far right. I just, didn't finish the swing. I gotta admit, there were some nerves. Oh, look at this. This is gnarly. Okay, so this hole is probably, holy cow. Is it on a plateau up there? It might be. This is where that F3 comes into play, where you get a little different view of it. It's still sloped even by the hole. The dots are running like crazy even by the hole. So I am just gonna go up and to the right of it. Feeling it's just gonna suck down left, and it's probably gonna go off the green on me. I don't know. This freaks me out. Here we go. No way. No way. Oh, no way. Yes, the controller is wireless, yes. That was insane, honestly. I'm super pumped about that. I was afraid, I was thinking bogey almost automatically when I looked at it. Controller is wireless that I've got. It's Bluetooth wireless. I do have it plugged into power right now, so I don't need to, but this is just a power cord I've got hooked up to USB, so it charges it when I'm not using it. Soft hands, that's right. Golf claps. Okay, 281, down 27, 392. Boy. I think we don't need this club. If I get too close, I'm just gonna risk having a weird wedge, and I think fairway is more important here. The left side is down 24, the right side is down 28, so it's severe sloping to the left, or to the right, I mean, the fairway is, and the wind is to the right, so we'll 3-wood this. I just hope I didn't duck hook it. I did. Darn it. This is going to get rough. Find that patch. Call that rough, please. No, it's deep rough. It's still classified deep rough. When I'm playing well, weed brain, yeah. I'm a 3 handicap, and I would want all 3 most times I play. My brother's a scratch, and I need the 3 when I play with him. Yeah, so I mean, I've definitely been there before. Quite often been to scratch, and at my home course, like at my league course, I'm probably a scratch at the course I play often. But when I travel outside of South Dakota and get to other courses, I'm usually shooting mid to low 70s. It's kind of where I find myself. Deep rough, 155. Wind at my back. 7-iron, maybe. The 7-iron is going to go 175. We'll try this. See how this goes. 7-iron. Kind of guessing. I didn't hit that well. I can't do these swinging easy things. I swung easy on the drive, and then I just swung easy on the 7, and both of them were equally terrible. All right. Then we'll go there. Whew, here's the hole. Here's the hole that's going to challenge me tonight. All right, 34. Deep rough. Stay at this point. If I can get out of here with bogey, I'm going to be thrilled. And if I make this for par, it's going to be the dirtiest par of the day. So let's see what we can do. JL is, I think he's leading it again. I think he won last week and he's leading it this week. Ki is playing some solid golf. Any tips on breaking into the single? You're hitting a wall at 12. 12 is a wall, Pijo. 12 is a wall. What's funny is getting to the 12 takes a lot of work, and a lot of getting to 12 is honestly ball striking, just consistency in ball striking. It's not even, you know, and then getting from the 12 to the 5, just be prepared to have a plateau and feel frustration and feel a day where it's like, I think I'm regressing, and your mind goes crazy, I think. Because the 9 to the 5 is an insane gap, and then the 5 to the scratch is, I mean, it's also an insane gap. So you're starting to get to the area where improvement becomes, you know, exponentially difficult. So don't get discouraged, but that 12 to 15 wall, I mean, much of it ends up being short game, and it also you end up being limited by distance too, unfortunately. So if you're, depending on what tees you play, if you drive the ball 250, but you're playing, you know, back tees and you constantly have 180 in, it's going to be tough too. So I mean, it's a combination of things, but 10 to 12, I think of all the guys I play with, that's the hardest one to break through. It feels like that's where people get the most frustrated, because they're finally getting a taste of good golf. They're making birdies. You're shooting good scores. You're breaking 80 every now and then. I mean, it's a tough spot to be, but all right, uphill 12 feet. Is that too much? I feel like I don't know if it is. Okay, all right, 12 feet uphill. Snap. Okay, sit. Whew. I just hit it too hard. -8 for JL. Yeah, -8 for sure. Good luck with the rest of the round. Wife says it's night-night time. Yeah. All right, Mark. Appreciate you. Yeah, I hope you have a good New Year's as well. Same to you. Appreciate you stopping by. Good to chat. 100 to 102. You can get to 105. Yeah, so you got room to get there, Pijo. That's good. That's good speed. 189, up 6. 195. Wind in. Oh, this looks like an absolute brutal hole as well, honestly. Look at that. It immediately goes from yellow to blue. So where can we hold it on the screen? I don't know. 10-mile-an-hour wind in. What if I go left side? I usually cut this a little, and I actually have 4-iron in my hand. I feel like I'm going to try to use the backstop if I can on this one. And the wind's into me too, so. All right, here we go. Oh no, it's cutting on me. Stop it. Just a tough shot. This is a tough hole. So I definitely have a ball position thing I need to work on with the 4-iron and a couple of these other clubs, where I think I get it too far back, and I don't quite get the club face around and square very often. All right, 15 feet, or 15 yards. This looks dangerous. A little flop shot here, I think. Come on down, come on down, come on down. No way! Oh, this looks treacherous. So 7.5 feet down one. Why can't I see the ball? I don't like this feeling. 7.5 feet down one. Look at that pin. If you were in the front side of this pin, it's off the green. Okay, here we go. Not gonna lie, I'm nervous as shit about this putt. All right, let's do this. 7.5 feet, down 1 inch. Oh, oh man. Get to the point, 1 or 2 things you need to improve and commit time to that. Yeah, that's true. Club head speed above 105. Yeah, you're starting to make the holes shorter, you know, and that definitely helps. Let's go, let's go. That's right, the putter is better. I would say that this is one of the better putting efforts I've made on Stim 13 on the Tips Tour. Even par right now, through 12. This not at all disappointed in this. All right, so we got the wind off the left on this one. So wind off the left, it's going right. I'm gonna move over on the tee box. If you don't do this in GSPro, why is that doing that? It's like spinning me. Let's go here, go there. Oh, it's as far as it'll let me go. Oh, it was just visually off. That's weird. Go there. And then I'm gonna aim here and let the wind and a cut swing. Let's see if we can cut it. I mean, we've been hitting a pole. I don't know if there's a button to shift. You have to click those little arrows as far as I know. There might be a button and I'm unaware. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 423. Tried to cut it again. I am not cutting, I'm just pulling it. See that minus 75 spin on a pulled line. Ah. I guess if I have the feel of my cut shot tonight, it's actually my dead straight ball. I'm hitting, if anything, a little left. I've not hit the cut shot well, but the ball speed is up though. Taking a few days off of the simulator, the ball speed's been up. All right, 161 out of the deep rough. Oh, this math always sucks. 180 maybe. If I hit a 6-iron, will I get there? 185 maybe. Look at that pin. Okay, so that's up on a mound. Wind off the left. Just try to put a good strike on it. I guess if we guess the wrong distance, we guess the wrong distance. All right, here we go. I hit it well. I just don't know if I guessed right, but I hit it really well. Go. Go. Offline 0.1 raw. Stay on the green. What are you doing? Stay there. 178 raw carry, 146 game. So you can see there, like, so 180, basically, let's say raw carry to make the numbers easy, only went 150 out of the deep rough. So the deep rough is a big effect on the overall yardage. Yeah, you can do that. That's something you can do for sure. One thing you struggle with is club path, yeah. You know, I'm actually I'm actually in to out, and the Garmin showed me I was much more in to out than I thought. I'm like 4.5 to 5 in to out, 4.5 to 5 degrees in to out. And when I feel like I'm hitting my cut swing, it's really more of a zeroed swing. I have a hard time getting across the ball. I'm better. Most of my slices are just the hands just thrown out in front of me with an open club face. in a path that's across that, but I am more into out. I grew up playing like a 15-yard draw like my whole life as a kid. That was kind of my shot. Still is if I play it, but in the sim, I tend to want to try to hit it straight, which is a little bit unique. It's not really what my game is. All right, so 21 up 4. We're gonna go a little bit more. 21 up 4, 25. Go. Just get in the circle now. Sit. Club data on the R50 is legit. Yeah. Yeah, I feel good about it. I just wish it showed you where on the face you struck the ball. It does give you a little like slow motion impact replay from the side. It's not the easiest view or the best view, I wouldn't say. But you don't get like a dot saying this is where you hit it specifically on the face, which I wish you did. But the Garmin, the club data on the Garmin opened my eyes to the, I always, with the MLM2 Pro, it gives you really accurate ball data, no club data. And I kind of was, I was fine with that. Well, then I got the club data on the Garmin, and it helped me make a couple changes because the feel I was having was not the reality. So like I felt like I was coming across it on my cut shots, and then I looked at the Garmin, and no, I wasn't. I was actually still in to out. I just was holding off the face and starting it, pulling left, starting it left with the open face, which is just increasing loft and spin. So I do want to eventually get something that has solid club data all the time. All right. See if we can actually hit this shot once. I tried to cut it there again. I only had 45 RPM or right spin. I need a little more. Come on, bounce. No fairway, but still 10 degrees left because I'm starting it left to target with that launch angle. Just not getting the cut spin on it. Have I measured the stimp on my, no, antennas? I need to do that. I actually thought about that, about just getting a stimp meter and checking it. I haven't actually measured it. But Alan did do a test with the Garmin where he had stimp measured, and he did like some, pretty legitimate testing, baseline testing, and found the same things with the Garmin that I've been feeling and finding. So, but I do need to figure out what it is. I don't know if you can just look up what Money Grass Tech's Money Putt Turf is online. I always thought it was like 10 or 11 was my memory from buying it, but my memory is not the best. All right, 156 down 4, wind off the left. So out of the rough, probably just an 8-iron here. I feel like you get it deep. I mean, I want to, because one of my issues can be coming forward with the hips, kind of extending in, and you just have no room to get your hands in. But yeah, my left hip, I try to keep it back. I used to practice against a wall. I used to keep my butt on the wall and try to turn. And obviously your club can touch the wall, but the premise was just to turn and keep the cheeks against the wall, not to extend them forward. But yeah, you do kind of close off all that room to get your hands down in when you do that, when you push that hip forward. All right, little target. We got a right lie and a right wind. Try to hit an 8-iron in there. I think I hit it. I hope it's good. Cutting a little bit. Ah, sit. Ah, not bad. That's a skinny target. Benoit, hello. Santa gave you enough money? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Do I need to play your last round of Q School? Sweet. Welcome to SGT. Yes, absolutely. Get in there. We've this week's event on Triple Bogey Live will be open until tomorrow night. I'll close it tomorrow night and add next week's event for starting Wednesday. And then I'll be playing it live on Thursday, like last time. All right, I don't really know what this does, but I think I'm just gonna, it looks, you can see it going left. And I've got a left lie. I'm gonna aim a little left to start. Try to just guess the right yardage here. A little floppy, kind of. Here we go. Go, 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 go! So close. Now it leaves me with this, and this does not look... This is one that when you're out in the course, your buddy's just, you're looking up, wondering if someone's going to give it to you. You're like, hey, guys, it's good, right? It's good, right? Oh, man. Okay, uphill 1, 5 foot 1. This is going to be so, man, I would not aim here hardly ever, especially uphill, but let's give it a shot. 5 foot 1. Trust it, putt it. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Getting used to the, I'm getting used to the feeling of these reeds. Gosh, they're uncomfortable though sometimes. Usually it's the downhill ones that you can count on breaking a lot, but these uphill ones break too. All right, I'll pick it up. I would love to. There's no button. I wish there was. 151. I am really truly between clubs here. 151. 9 or 8 iron. It's got to be an 8, I think. Wind off the left. Everything slopes to the front of this green. Radrick Farms near Michigan. That's cool. Michigan's got, Crazy Boy Floyd, good to see you, first of all. Michigan courses. I've been finding a ton of awesome Michigan courses on here. It seems like a state I need to go play golf in. All right, 8 iron. Here we go, 151. That felt good. Be good. Sit. Sit. Too good. Too good. Bummer. Usually play 12 on the simulator. Yeah, but what are you using the putt budget? What do you got for LM? Where are we playing next? Where are we playing next for league? I haven't finalized that every day, but I have an idea. If people want to make recommendations, they sure can. Benoit, those are good rounds. What LM do you have, and then where do you usually play 12 to 13 stimp budget on GSPro, or is it a different program? Okay, this goes left, and then it goes after. Let's go there. Let's go right there. Uphill 7, 27 feet. There we go. Come on, be good. Go in. No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, man. That ricocheted off that pin so far. I thought I had it, honestly. When I chipped it, I'm like, I hit that so square. That could go in. The Masters. The Masters, if you want to make people quit golf, play Augusta on SGT, or play Augusta on GSPro with like Stim 13. It is hard. Pin was a rubber band. Yeah, it was. All right, 6 feet, uphill 1. Okay. Go right there. Come on. 6 feet, uphill 1. There we go. We are making putts though, at least. Yeah, 13 stimp on Georgia is insane. For sure it is. It is craziness. Putting in short chips, swap for the iMani, been loving it ever since. It's definitely a simpler setup. Those who figure out their Mevo and get it, you know, to where they don't have, where they've got the, it's kind of like once they've figured out how to get it set up like perfectly, they love their Mevos, but then there's, you know, if you want the simple setup, honestly, it's probably, the iMani Lite's gonna be simpler. You just don't get the club data, right? Or do you? You know, for GSPro, if they fix their putting, I don't know if still don't know if I'd recommend it over it. I mean, the big thing I love about the Garmin is there's days where I don't turn all my equipment on, and I can just turn the screen on and hit, and right on the Garmin see it all. Or I could take it out to I would love to take it outside to a range and be able to play courses right on the little screen. I think that could be fun too. So I think there's some features on it that could be unique and fun. But if I'm just playing GSPro, I don't know that I would take the Garmin over the GC3 if that's all I'm worried about is GSPro. If you're talking to GC3 with like all the club data unlocked, you know. All right, 244, which I think is a little more expensive in total maybe, but all right, 244. I'm laying up here. No, what do we do? What did we do? Come on, wind. Counteract my miss. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Did not plan on hitting the rough there, but all right, 126. 126. Let's see here, out of the rough. Club data for GC3 is 2,300. Yeah, it's expensive, isn't it? It's so tough. I mean, if you're gonna play GSPro, honestly, for me right now, and it sounds crazy to say this, and I mean it. To me right now, GSPro on the Garmin is, for me, unplayable unless I put the stimp at 8, and none of the SGT events have stimp at 8. So 10, 12. You know, 10, 11, 12, and 13, especially 11, 12, and 13, stimp on putting on the Garmin is like, it's going to cost me like 4 or 5 shots a round. And so it's just not playable on the GSPro, on GSPro. Can't do it. Even though it connects fine, it's got to put out better raw numbers than that. All right, 126. That felt really good. Be good. Go a little. Set the Mevo Plus to 11.2 or so. It reads putts and chips like a champ since I did that. I don't know what 11.2 is, John, but it seems like there's people that have found, and you sound like one of them, that have found the right setting on the Mevo, and it fixes everything, and then there's no issues. The MLM2 Pro is a little bit that way. The MLM2 Pro is kind of finicky in how you set it up in your room, but once you get it set up, same with webcam putting, it's very doable. All right, so it's like the last inch of this putt that I think breaks, but it's uphill. Breaks right at the start, left at the hole. What is this gonna do? Should I go there? I don't know if this feels so weird. I feel like I shouldn't even move the aim. Go there. All right, here we go. 13-1, uphill 4. 17. Break, 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 break. Come on. Gosh, I thought that was a good putt. Oh, it was a good putt. It was a bad read. So horizontal launch angle minus 0.1. I just want it to go in the hole. Oh. So hard mode for putting, it changes the hole physics. I mean, think about it like putts that would lip in on normal won't lip in on hard. You've got to be more centered on the hole, and then the speed tolerance for lip outs is narrower. So if on a hole, a putt on the edge of it would go in at 5 mile an hour up to 6 miles an hour on casual. On hard hole physics, you might have to have it on between 5.3 and 5.7 mile an hour to have it lip in on that same line. So it narrows the touch factor. Your speed and line have to be more accurate for it to fall into the hole. So that's the biggest difference on hard physics. You have way more lip outs and that sort of thing. It doesn't affect the HLA massage. That's kind of a thing. Putting assist, if you've got a mat that drops off like this and you putt straight mostly, putting assist is the same on all modes. So it's gonna, I think it is. If it's not, someone correct me, but essentially putting assist helps with your horizontal launch angle decreasingly as you get further from the hole. So the closer you are, the more it helps you. It doesn't want you to be a foot away and randomly have a 2-degree offline putt, which doesn't happen. I mean, you don't do so. Does it play more realistic? It just makes it harder. I mean, I think you have guys shooting on normal hole physics. You have guys shooting. I think it is more realistic too, because you do have to have more touch and more thought and be more accurate in your reads. So I think it probably is a little more realistic, but it's a lot harder, I would say. It's a lot harder. There's no doubt. It's at least 3-4 shots harder, I feel like, on hard. All right, 319. Let's see, we've got wind off the right. I cut one. I didn't mean to. I swung out of my shoes at it, but the wind is going to hold it. All right, I couldn't even get there in 2 anyways. I didn't need to do that. I'm going to play the next round here too. I got to get the whole tournament done tonight because it closes tonight, so you can't get points after tonight. So. Stay safe. Come on. What a bad swing. Ben. Oh, I rushed that. I was not thinking. Too good a round to rush that shot. I did shank it, Lars. Oh, darn it. I just stepped up and thought, oh, I'll just beat one down the fairway. And I drop kicked it, basically hooked it. Let's see what we can do here. So we got, I think the spin's all going to get ripped away from me here anyways. I don't know that I can get over this tree. Probably not. We're going to try. Got through it. Go. All right, so we got a birdie putt somehow. Yeah, Joe's at the top of the leaderboard, and he won last week on the Pro Tour, on the Tips Tour, I think. He's playing some solid golf. Yeah, the guy is an incredible golfer. Incredible. All right, let's see here. What can we do here? So we're downhill. We're uphill 7 inches, 32 feet. Breaking right. Not that one. I don't need that one. This whole thing goes off to the right, so I've got to keep it on the top side of the hole. uphill. 32, it's just gonna keep braking. We're gonna go there. 40 feet, kind of, 45 feet. Go. Sit, go, 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 sit, 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 sit. You see so many balls roll completely off the green that you're never too sure. All right, 5'11", uphill 2. There we go. There we go. So how do I get the display on the hitting mat? Everything on the hitting mat, Curtis, is floor projection. So if you head to the channel and you look up floor projection, I've got a projector mounted up, projected down, and then I've got a video that walks you through how to do it step by step. You just need OBS and a spare projector. You don't need anything that fancy. So you can do it with any launch monitor, any software. It's not exclusive to any one launch monitor or anything. All right, we're just gonna lay up here down into the valley. I'm not gonna go for this. Looks like way too much trouble around that hole. Or should I? Oh, this is a bad idea. Nah, I'm gonna lay up. Smart golf. We've been trying to play smarter golf. Catch the ridge. That's such stupid golf. Should have flung driver at it. We're gonna do that. My number 3 logo has the Half-Life video game vibe. It wasn't? No? But no, it wasn't. I'll have to even look up what you're talking about. I don't even know if I know. I don't. I don't know what that even is. Oh man, how do we get here where we're doing this? Oh man. All right. This is the worst layup you can imagine. 88 yards, probably playing like 110 out of this deep rough, and it should shoot left off the lie. Nothing, huh? MLM didn't like it. Try again. And that felt like a misread. Since when do I hit a wedge with 4,500 side spin and a 29 axis? That was a misread. That does not happen very often. This ball's probably getting worn or something. I don't know. Total spin is 4,800. Backspin 7,800. That's not even possible. Yeah. I think that's the known bug though from the, so if the backspin, if the total spin was 7,800, I could have hit it, that could have been, I don't know, whatever. All right, let's get up and down. Let's stop whining. 15 yards. I'm in deep rough here, so how will this play? Try to flop it. Kind of played that like I do sand. Sit. Ah. Should have hit driver. Should have hit driver. Okay. 10K spin misread. Yeah, usually, yeah. I don't know what that was. Maybe, I don't know if it was a misread or not. I mean, I don't usually slice a wedge on a 29-degree spin axis. I don't know that that's like Bubba Watson at the Masters kind of thing. So, unless the lie had something to do with that, I hit the middle of the screen with the ball, but. All right, 11 yards uphill, 1 foot, so 33 uphill, 15 inches. So it's like 45. Go in. Come on. Sit there. All right, bogey. Bogey. Kind of deserved it. Tee shot was bad. Tee shot was bad. Thanks, Adam. It wasn't a bad putt, considering what I decided to make out of that hole. All right, so wind's in off the right. I'm gonna hit driver here. I guess the closer I can be out of the long rough, the better. We'll just look at it that way. Why does that start by me? I gotta zoom that all the way out there. Go, 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 go. Oh, it's resetting. It's like hitting something. That's annoying. What if I go up a club, down a club? Huh, all right, we'll use this. The little pink dot that I usually use to aim is not acting right now. There we go. Oh, it did it again. There it is. You hit the A key is your aim reset. If you hit A, I'm gonna go there though. I'm comfortable with this right here. Fantasy football champion night. Did you won, Stu? All right, here we go. I hit that hard. I don't know what it would have done. Oh, there it goes. I'm like, I hit that hard. I'm not gonna read it. That was smoked. I would have been disappointed. All right, that was a good swing. Good, aggressive, angry swing. 91, up 6. Round 2 will be coming up next. I'm 1 over right now. I don't know where that puts me on the leaderboard. I gotta be up there, honestly, which is rare for me in the Tips Tour. I'm usually not all that competitive on the Tips Tour. Maybe next round will put me in my place, but right now I think I'm pretty close to the top of it. This one goes front to back hardcore with wind into me. I'm actually gonna try to just deaden a 50-degree. Take some spin off of it and go right at it. Go there. Be sweet to close with a birdie. You did win. Nice. All right, here we go. All right, 91. $105, but I pulled it a little. Why is it going that far? Because I pulled it, that's why. Ah! Really wanted to birdie that. Let's try to make this now. Let's try to make this. If not, I guess downhill 5. Oh gosh, this is going to break a ton. Oh boy. Okay, so the circle actually looks really good at this point. Round 2 coming up next. I'm going to go right into it. I'm not going to break between. I'm just going to go straight into round 2. 30 feet down 4. 26 feet. I'm throwing this up there. I don't know. You guys probably think this is a crazy line. Maybe not. 30 feet downhill 4. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? It almost went in, but I don't know what just happened. What was that? Oh my gosh. I want to replay that. Replay. Go. What is that? Did the ball flop up into the air? What am I seeing? Shot options. What if I go player view and go? That's still giving me that same view. Can I view this from a different angle? I almost made that, boys. Dang. If I go here and hit replay. Go. Yeah, oh well. I'm done with it. I can't get it to show me what I want, so. How do I exit? Replay exit. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're uphill 2, 6'1". 6'1", uphill 2. Not too much. All right, we'll try this. 6'1", uphill 2. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was gonna say. Oh gosh. All right, we're gonna go right into the next round. That was solid actually. I'm not disappointed at all. So 2 birdies, 3 bogeys, 1 over, 71. I don't know what place we're in, but let's go start round 2. Round 2 is Crystal Downs, play round 2 of 2. We are, it looks like we're further back on the tee box, I think. Well, maybe we were blue. Sunday pins this time. Greens normal, fairways firm. I think greens were soft last time. Stimp 13, and we're still breezy. So putting is still hard. I'm in 17th. Hey. Thanks, math. Appreciate that. Did I change putter? I changed to putter. Yeah, I changed to putter. Yeah. What do I do for work? Nothing golf related. The best way I can describe it is construction industry, industrial construction work. Alan, supposed to play IRL again tomorrow. You lucky dog. I wish. Good luck. Play well. Fairways and greens take all their money. Take all their money. All right, round 2 here. We're trying to get a top. I really just want to get a top 30 finish on the Tips Tour. That would be sweet because of the World Golf Ranking points I could get from it. It'd be more than I usually get in a week. All right, hole 1. Round 2, Crystal Downs, hole 1. There's that. I just thought about the cut shot I was trying to hit last round, and there's that dead straight kind of pull. That 15, 20 yard pull that just goes straight. Thank you for the nice round comments. Good night, Alan. You did today. Hope again tomorrow. Yeah, but I do work from home, lefty golf, and so I do home office over here, and then nights and weekends, golf office. So every now and then, it is a theater room for the kids. It's a fun space. 113, wind at my back. Sunday pins, so left lie. So Stu, you took home the big prize? You get like a trophy, cash, all the above. Is there a loser's reward? You'd get no work done if you're just sitting there. You can't. The thing is with the sim is like you do find, obviously I almost play daily, but it's usually at night. But if I were to play like during the day and at night, it wears you out. Like it's actually hard on the body. You don't actually realize how many balls you can hit when it's right here, and then how sore you actually get because you never hit that many when you're just playing outdoors. All right, 114. Cash money, Stu says. I think that's cash money, Stu. Come on, get in there. Spin a little. What are you doing? Look at that. When the greens go from soft to normal, you see that ball bounce? That's wild. And if you ever play greens on hard, I mean, it's like they can be almost too much. Taking it easy because you get to the point where the rib cage is just constantly, yeah, dude, you get sore. I get sore in the lower back. Used to get sore in the joints, but the GSPro Softies helped with that. You're right. Weed brain, it's like you go to thousands for sure. Kind of thought it was get used to by now, but no. I have gotten better at it, but it's wild. Like I was on vacation the last 3 days, and I just got back today, so I haven't hit in a couple days. And wild how good I felt coming into today. My swing speed, my ball speed's back up after taking a few days off. So, all right. So downhill 3, 7 foot, and I think if I miss this, it's going off the green. Oh man, this is so nerve-wracking. This is why I love the SGT, because I actually do get nervous about it, and I want to make it. Downhill 3, 7 foot. Gosh, this is just gonna go. I just touched that. I just touched it. Stop it. No. No. Oh, gosh, this is so hard. Man, I hit that 2.5 miles an hour. Now, to give you perspective, I need to hit it less than that, obviously. Oh, but like on the Garmin, I cannot hit a putt under 3 miles an hour. So, like, I would have no chance of even putting that right now if I had the Garmin. That's one of the reasons I don't use it right now. It's one of those putts, Math. It's one of those putts, you guys, we've all had them, I think, even in real life, where it's like, if I don't make this, it's going to be bad. You need to hit the hole. When you're right above it, you've got to hit the hole. And I didn't think I missed the hole. I hit it perfectly straight. 0 launch angle, 0.0. I just didn't aim enough. All right, 9 yards. Gosh, now I got the same shit coming back. Whew. Playing this with the R50? Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is wild, man. I just honestly, I should have done this on the first one. If anything, I want to be short of it, I guess. I don't know how to do that, but that one had no brake to it really. The first one had brakes. So both of those I hit 2.5 miles an hour. It's just I was a little further away that second time. Shouldn't have hit it so close the first shot. Oh man, best bogey ever. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm happy with bogey. But I crushed that drive and hit a phenomenal wedge, and then that's what makes the Tips Tour hard. is you gotta figure out, you gotta putt. Okay, so 280 is there. Tight driving fairway on this one. That should just be a low cut. I stood up on it. Or it's not gonna cut. Okay. It was low though. Launch angle 13. Sit. Best bogey ever. Yeah, it was pretty good. 170. Dead into the wind. 75 out of the rough. 180 maybe. Greens are firm, so the ball should bounce. I'm gonna hit 7-iron. Going to hit 7-iron, I think. Oh boy, this is one of those too. 162 into the wind. 172. If we go there, we'll go there. This could even be where I'm gonna wish I hit 6-iron, but I don't want to be long. Yeah. No, it happens. I said it before the putt. I was like, I'm so afraid I'll putt this off the green. What do you know? All right, here we go. I hit that well. Be good. Let's go. Let's go. I've got some good swings in here tonight. I'm actually really satisfied with it compared to some of these other nights. All right, here we go. Another Sunday pin. These greens are wild, man. 8-foot uphill 2. Try there. 8-foot uphill 2. I feel like you're kind of playing it up in the hill and it's just going to dive off as it dies. Okay, here we go. I just had to hit it. I just didn't hit hard enough. Man. It's hard. The putting is so hard. It's not for lack of effort tonight. I've had, again, first 2 holes here, I had inside 10 feet for birdie. What more can you ask for? And I'm 1 over. All right, so 200 downhill 13, 187-ish, wind helping. 6-iron, I think. 5 is going to be too much. Plan to go to Genesis in LA next year? That would be cool. I'm not planning to, but that would be cool. Never been. Sounds like a ton of fun. All right. Okay, 6-iron here, down the hill. Wind is off the right hard. I should draw it also. Tough hole. I just pushed it with no draw spin, so I need the wind to do it for me. Come on. It's gonna work out, I think. Go. Get in the hole. Baba booey. All the things people yell nowadays. Man. Mashed potatoes. Wasn't that one? Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. All right. Subtle break here. Downhill 7 inches. 18 feet. It's actually kind of a crazy downhill number. Downhill 7 inches from here. Downhill 7 inches. 18 feet. So like a 10-footer. Come on. Now sit, please. Don't do it. I hit that 4 miles an hour for an 18-foot putt. 4 miles an hour is not that hard. Fuck. Gotta be better than that. Gotta be better than that. Oh, come on, man. These pins are Sunday pins, so they're like on the edge of all these big ridges. Okay, so we're 18 inches uphill now, 31 feet. Honestly, man, gotta be. So I had 6 feet, 8 feet, 18 feet, and my putting has let me down. We're 2 over. MLM2 Pro, so it is. So I've got it higher. So because this is raised 2 inches higher, Benoit, I've got my MLM2 Pro sitting up 2 inches higher than it would be if it were. So I have it the same height as it would be if it were sitting on the stand up on this level, not on this level. And I have it magneted, it's on a magnet to my door. So honestly, you're gonna have more luck with the MLM2 Pro mounting it too high than you will too low. If you mount it too high, I've noticed almost no issue. You mount it too low, or if you have it too low, you're gonna have issues. Because it decreases the angle of that camera that you get. So I erred on probably on the high side. These greens are brutal, they are terrible. And I've got to accept that because they aren't going to change. They were the same stimp the last time I played, but the pins were not, they clearly weren't in as tough of positions as they are right now. So it must save the spot where I was last round. I don't know. I have to hit left and right to find that ball. We're going to go here, 260, 270 right there. 275. Try that. And then from the start of my hitting box, the white box you see on the floor, Benoit, is 6.5 feet from the unit is the start of the hitting box, and the end of it is 8.5 feet, just like what's suggested in the manual. So I have it behind, and my hitting box is 6.5 feet away, ends at 8.5 feet away. I hit most of my shots around like the 7 and 7.5 foot mark. All right, here we go. Stimp is 13, Benoit. That should cut. I finally hit the shot that I've been trying to hit a cut all night. Finally did it. Chris, good evening. It's going good. We are battling right now. We're battling to score on the Tips Tour, where the greens are insane, but it's going good. How are you, John Robert? Hello. Yeah, I've been hitting the ball well. That's encouraging. Putting on these greens it's been tough. I've not figured it out yet. Actually, I don't even know, guys. I had 3 birdies last round. Were any of them putts, or were they all? They were all gimme circles, I think. So it's just I've had tons of 10-footers and less. I just cannot. I don't have the touch for this Stimp 13 quite yet. I'm trying to get it, but I just don't seem to find it. All right, 86. Another false front to the left. I don't know how this is going to react. I'm going to try to take some spin off of it by going up a club here. So 87 yards. Hey, thank you, Jan. Be good. Bounce up there. Firm fairways. Go. Stay there. Thanks, Jan. Appreciate that. So what radius? I don't even know. Let me look here. I've got, my radius is fixed at 8 right now. And I honestly think if you have any less of a radius than that, you're too zoomed out. So it's a combination of, you know, I can only mount mine so low because of where my projector's at. I don't want to be in the way. So I have it at like 9.5 feet, but I actually have to use the zoom feature on my webcam to get the picture zoomed in more so that the ball radius gets bigger. Because otherwise my radius would be like a 3 or a 4, and I feel like there's a lot of just room for error at a radius of 3 or 4. So I actually zoom it in before I ever set it up and try to get it to where the radius is like between 7 and 9. And once it starts having a ball of that size, it feels like it's easier to get everything working. So when the radius is really low, I feel like it can be a disaster trying to get the ball to be tracked very well. Okay, let's see here. We have yet again another birdie putt. Another birdie putt inside 10 feet. So this is 3 of these in 4 holes, and I'm 2 over. So we've got to figure this out. Come on. All right, so we'll go there. We're downhill an inch, 9 feet. I'm gonna go right there. Downhill an inch, 9 feet. Get more in the middle of my mat. Just a little touch here. Downhill an inch, 9 feet. Come on. You're just so slick right now. So that was 3.4 miles an hour. That was low too. The ball striking has not been the issue. It's been the putter. So we're 3 over. It says we're in 32nd place. So we're 2 over on this round. We were 1 over in round 1. But I think we're better than 32nd because a lot of those rounds aren't finished yet. I don't know. If you go to a finished leaderboard, I think top 30 might be like 10 over combined on the people who finished. All right, we went for this last time and it didn't pay off. So what do we do here? We try it again. All right, here we go. .166 is one of the better ball speeds. It looks like the club speed was a misread though. Go. But the spin was super high. 2,900. That's not normal. You've been zooming your cam in. It's been working well. One thing you notice is sometimes you have to go back in and reset the zoom. Chris, if you go into your config.ini file, sometimes it's weird. Sometimes once you've saved all your camera settings, it's like changing them doesn't resave specific ones, and a lot of the ones are on that second page. Zoom is one of them. I find that the zoom seems to not, and then I'll go into config.ini and manually change it to the number that I like. So if I found that 300 zooms what I like, go into the config file and you'll find zoom in there and change it to 300 manually, see if that works. The other thing that can throw it off is if, like for me, I had Longitude downloaded, and while you want to have the manufacturer software downloaded, Longitude, I needed to make sure I had it set inside of Longitude the same so that whenever I left the program, one of the native softwares didn't flip it back. There was like they were fighting with each other. So I actually uninstalled Longitude. I just installed G-Hub. And then in G-Hub, I clicked a box which said, let other apps control this device inside of G-Hub. So it keeps the drivers up to date, but lets webcam putting in Windows control the device. So those are 2 things I did with it that helped me get for me, it wasn't zoom. It was a different one. It was like auto exposure. But it happens to me sometimes. So wonder if you can set it to read only. I'm not certain if you can, Chris, because I don't know. But you can message ETN on GitHub and ask about it. But I think if you just go in and change it and save it, I think it doesn't save over itself on those few areas. It's almost like it does it the first couple times or something, and then eventually it doesn't do it. I don't know. But if you go in and manually do it, I've never had to redo it after that, after I manually did it. But I did have some issues once with like some of the manufacturer software fighting with that setting a little bit. All right. Stu is sick, unfortunately. Oh no. But if you message ETN on GitHub, he is phenomenal at even spitting ideas back and forth, and such a, you know, such a gift to the community in how the whole connector was built. So if you have an idea, or if you're in the programming space, he is not against ideas, people sharing them and trying them and implementing them. All right, so 23 downhill. So it's just downhill like all hell once it gets on the green. This is going to be great. All right, so we'll try to just flop it on and let it release. I don't know if I can hold, I don't think I can hold the green here. I'm not sure. Flop this on, 34. 21 is the edge of the green. Flopadopolis. Oh yeah, PDN, what's up? PDN, he loves the flop. No big flops, we were waiting for you. Yeah. All right, 21. Felt good. Land just on, and then bounce and roll. Come on. Just enough to make the knees shake. Oh. It was not bad though. Oh, these greens, man. PDN, what you've been missing is a lot of bad putting. I got to get that out of my mind probably and stop talking about it, but this is the 4th hole with a putt inside of 10 feet for birdie, and I haven't made one yet. So I think now that you're here, it'll be time. 5'11". Oh gosh, I'm so scared of this thing. Here we go, 5'11". 5'11". Okay, here we go. Stay. Woo! It's like, you ever played a big cup tournament? It's like the big cup is the 4-foot circle, and I'm struggling to get it in that. Oh my goodness. Whew. PN, that's one of the better holes I've had so far, putting. So thank you for that. I've had many where I was 5 feet and then I was 30 feet on the next one. So what I'm finding is I can't be pin high. We need to be below the hole, but it just doesn't seem to be that easy. Your software to all the trade? Oh, awesome. Well, Chris, then you guys will be, yeah, I mean, hop on GitHub, and Wonder and ETN are phenomenal to talk to about those kinds of things. All the code's open sourced and available on the GitHub site, so I haven't met a better guy out there, so. Not gonna lie, I tried to swing hard, but I must have extended early because that's got a lot of spin on it. First round I had it working. I know, Derby, I think the pins were not as hard as this. These all feel like they're on the knife edge, and they are Sunday pins. First round was, I guess I don't remember what first round was, but it wasn't Sunday. I don't know if it was Thursday. First round might have been Thursday. That might have been the easiest pins that they could give us. And now we've got the hardest, which is Sunday pins. So, I mean, you've seen these pots. They've broken a ridiculous amount. But for tips to a round right now, I mean, I'm striking the ball well, and I'm not disappointed in these scores at all. I got to go up a club. Pitch and wedge. I'm going up, PDM. We got rough, we got uphill 7 yards, and wind into me. I'm going to go up to an actual pitching wedge. and just chunk it like it's a 50 degree. So maybe that'll work out. Sit there. Honestly, this is the least scary putt I've had the entire round. This is makeable. But I chunked it. PD see here. Going left. Joe posted a video featuring tips on the floor. For sure. John Robert. Yeah, for sure. His video, it was an awesome video too. I like that he found a projector on Amazon that he could recommend. I bought one off Facebook, so a lot of people have asked me, you know, what projector to get, and I don't want to guess, you know. Joe asked me, and I just said before he did it, because I've been telling him, I'm like, you got to do it, man. There's so much you could do with it. And we were talking about it earlier. Now it's nice when you get other people into the same things, because like Joe found some different applications for it, which awesome, you know. All right, let's see here. Uphill 1, 38 feet, 50 footer. Let's try to get this right. Come on. I'm gonna say the only birdie I make from 50 feet. Yeah, for sure, John Robert. It's as much as the projector costs. So like mine was a Facebook Marketplace projector. Paid $50 for it. So if you've upgraded projectors and have your old one on the shelf still, I mean, you could use that one. He found one on Amazon. Awesome deal. All right, 205, 337. We laid up last time because of the way this hole sits. We're gonna do it again. Laying up. Let's just try to make the layup worth it this time. All right, here we go. Love it, Trazer. Love it. How's it going then? Kick in the fairway for me, would you? Sit, 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 sit. We need the spin. Sit. We did. We caught fairway. I need to make still not using it because putting sucks. That's about as accurate as a yes. You hit everything on the head with that statement. I'm still not using it because putting sucks. 100%. There's no way I could play a tips 2 around with it with the way putting is right now. All right, 64. When we were pre-round, we were talking about this shot. It's a 64 shot. I hit a few of them on the range, so come on. Thanks, Trazer. Can't wait till you get it going. All right, let's see here. 64. I think we got it. That could be good. Go. Oh, just a little short. This doesn't look too bad. This doesn't look too bad. Everybody's holding their breath. All right, John Robert, heading out. Good night, good night. Good luck, Ben. Good night from Idaho. Okay. All right, Ida. Yeah, it's about 10 feet. I know, it's like, this is like the hole on the Star Wars course, isn't it? If anything, is it like right center, or am I overthinking this? I gotta make a birdie for all these guys that are bailing on the birdie hole, right? Okay, come on. 6 foot, uphill 1. Easy peasy. Let's go. Laying up, making a birdie. Oh, John Robert, I'm not going. Just saying it. Yeah, I got you, man. We made a birdie. All right, we're 2 over total. Thank you, OMG. How's it going, OMG? Thank you. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go. We have had so many. Honestly, my proximity to holes got to be up there with anybody on this round. It's just my strokes gained putting has to be dead last, maybe. I don't know. But judging by some of the other scores on this Tips Tour event, there's some people feeling the same pain. All right, 298 to there. Here we go. Just pulled it. Just sit there, sit. 293, we're not gonna get there. I'm gonna hit hybrid. This feels a little more trusty than the 3 wood. See where we're aimed at, the 197. All right, here we go. There we go. Stay there. $79. Uphill 6 yards. 9 miles an hour in. For sure, OMG, absolutely. That was super kind of him. I messaged him right away and just said thanks. He didn't have to do that. I have been bugging him to do it. I've been saying, come on, man, you got to do it. You got to try it. There's so many things you could do. You know, with how much he knows about the swing and golf and practice, sort of the swing aid stuff and the angles and the path stuff on the floor. I mean, perfect. I just think, you know, that's something that I hadn't really dialed in or thought about using it for, and it might be one of the better applications for it. Webcam putting is a great application too. That's probably one of the best ones, but no, I think it turned out great, and I love the way he's got it laid out. Some of those simplified ones where you got just the numbers that are relevant to the shot. I've got it, mine almost has too much right now, so it's cool to see it. I encourage everybody to do it, and I love that he found a projector on Amazon that's like reasonable. All right, 79. All right, here we go. Bounce, go. I just didn't get enough of it. Bummer. The uphill part is what got me there. Yeah, the alignment, and I've seen other guys do it too, where they white out the whole area. I saw a couple of those on the GSPro page a few days back where they white out the whole area like Joe did, and what a great idea if you're using a pin light. You can just use the floor projection in place of it and light up exactly the area you want and not wash out any of your screen. If you have webcam putting, there's like some finicky things you'll have to do, but I love it. And it's a big wow factor for people when they come over. It looks really cool. I mean, not that that's the only reason we do things, but I mean, part of having your sim is it's like the experience of it. So, all right, uphill 9, 19. Let's make one. Come on, we can do it. You gotta hit it. You gotta hit it, and we had a chance. Bummer. Like the collab vid we did. It would be fun round, yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's hard. It's really hard, actually. I don't know, I don't know what we were necessarily thinking when we decided to do it, but I remember just thinking halfway through, man, this is beyond my scope. I am not. One club head beating is what it was. And then I should have played the course shorter. I think I actually surprised Joe on the intro. He's like, so what are we playing again, yardage wise? I picked like the second tee box from the back. We probably should have played up a little bit anyways. But Whisper Rock is a cool course. I did get that out of it. I want to play it normal now. Look at this pin. This is so filthy. Screen is skinny. It's trouble everywhere. If you miss the on the left side, you're going to short side yourself horribly. 185 up 9, 194 into the wind. Boy. Boy, oh boy. What do we think here? 5 iron maybe? 5 iron or 4 iron? Chromecast. I use a Chromecast, John Robert. I think I might have missed the question, but I use a Chromecast to get mine up there. All right, 185 up 9, 194. I'm just gonna hit the 5. I don't want to go too deep. If I go too deep, I think short's better. All right, here we go. Go a little. Bounce hard. Go. Stay there. So my projector, which one? The floor one, crazy boy? The floor one is, yeah, the floor one I've got a Chromecast in the HDMI slot, and then I use just Google Chrome, the web browser. You can go in there and click share or cast, and you can cast to the Chromecast device. So that's how I use it. So I have a Chromecast hooked up to the HDMI. And on my old crappy projector, there's actually no HDMI, so I have a converter from, what would it be, VGA or red, white, yellow. I have a converter from that to HDMI, and then I have, don't go, oh man, that could have read a putt. I have a converter from whatever the old time stuff was to HDMI, and then I have a Chromecast plugged into that. So it's kind of a jerry-rig thing the way I have it right now. Oh gosh, what do you guys think? Should I just leg this up to the circle and not even try to get to the cup? This feels scary. Uphill 9 inches, 15 feet. Definitely don't want to go long. Go right there. Uphill 9, 15 feet, 24 feet. Wow, that was such a chicken. Oh man. Uphill 2 now, 5.5 feet. Oh gosh, why is every hole so scary? Every hole. I've had such good opportunities at putts. If I was playing with anybody else on like a scramble right now, well, any one of these tips tour guys that's good, I feel like they'd be 4 under on my ball. Whew. Oh man. That was a nasty pin for sure. And I didn't even realize how important it was to be to the right of it and up. It's like anything left, you've been fighting that. Yeah, not good. Go right there. Got the 3-wood out. That was so chunky. I hope it just reads it right. Nope. I don't know. That was so bad. No, totally lack of focus. Ah. All right, 199 uphill, 8 out of the rough. Gotta use my brain. It's like when I get these layup shots where I'm like, this is easy, it's just a smooth swing. There's just not enough focus sometimes. Costs you. Cost me anyways. All right, we'll go 5-iron. None of my so my main projector is hardwired. My main one is hardwired. Yep, with the image on my screen. My one that I use for floor projection is just connected to power, and then it has a Chromecast in it. All right, let's hit a good one. Make up for that crappy drive. Kind of pulled it, but I hit it solid. Just get back there. Look at this pin. Oh yeah. Downhill almost 3 feet. Downhill 2.5 feet. Oh, this is just to get it on the green, and I feel like I just chipped this on. It rolls all the way down, doesn't it? Can I stop it is the question. That's what I wonder. It's downhill 3 feet. All right, let's just chip this nice and soft. Sit, 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 sit. Hit it. No. Oh. Man, this is hard. Wow. So screen size that I've got is 12 foot wide by 9 tall. And then distance from screen, so the ball to screen at the very front of my mat, it's like, let's see here, let me do the math. So I have 17.5 feet from screen to my back wall. I've got 8.5 feet to here. So the front of my mat's 9 feet to screen. And then there's a foot behind the screen. So this is 9 at the very front to the screen. Where I hit from is normally about 10. And then the very back of the mat is 11. So I'm between 9 and 11 feet to screen. All right, let's try to chip in like PDN said. Is that possible? Go a little to the right. Ah, it was not a bad effort though. I'm not disappointed, but man, 2 over on the round. 2 over on the round. I don't know where that puts me. You'll have to watch the rest tomorrow night. All right, sounds good, Brian. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. You get a lot of bounce back to the hitting area, I've noticed. Yeah, anything with the driver, 4-iron, whatever, it's going to roll all the way back for me. But I probably have the screen a little tighter than I'd need to, honestly. I have it so that my 7-iron returns, honestly, I set it up as tight enough so my 7-iron returns exactly to the middle of the mat, because it's the ball I like to hit the most. So if you ever see me hit a 7-iron, a lot of times the ball will just go right here. So I know that's kind of a goofy thing to do, but 191 into it. This hole is just absolutely nasty as well. 191 into it, 7. Wind there. Bon soirée, bonsoir. Bonsoirs, bon soirée. What's that mean? Good night? Bon soirée. Benoit Ledoux. All right, birdie time, Crazy Boy Floyd says. I want to know what handicap this hole is, but it's got to be up there. All right, here we go. Be good, I think. That could be really good. Hit the hill. There's a big slope here. Come back. Come on. Stay on the green. I mean, I think that's pretty good, huh? That's not bad. Projector distance to screen. So my projector sits right here. It's probably, I mean, I know it. Somewhere I have it written down. But I would guess my projector's at like 13-foot mark, somewhere in there. All right, Crazy Boy Floyd said birdie time. Let's try to do it. Let's try to do it. My screen and net needs about a foot or more to not hit the wall. Yeah, I have about 1 foot behind mine, OMG. So similar to what you're saying. Uphill 5 inches, 8 inches. 16 feet, uphill 8 inches. Let's go with that. 16 feet, uphill 8 inches. All right, here we go. Come on. Boom. We might have to, we're gonna have to do it anyway. I know, I just didn't hit hard enough. Dang it. Oh. We're gonna make a birdie that isn't just in the circle. We're gonna putt a birdie in by the end of this round. That's the goal. I'm honestly very happy tonight with, for the first time actually in a few rounds, with my ball striking. My ball striking has been pretty darn good tonight. So that's the positive I'm trying to at least hold on to. It just died on me. Yeah, it did. It just like got up to the top, broke up to the top of the hill and then quit. All right, here we go. Cut. A little bit of cut with that wind should do it. Come on. Sit. Sit, sit, sit. Need to touch more. This course is like, it's tough. It's got a lot of holes that play draw, and then it's got a few that you have to play a cut on, or the hole gets extremely long. 153. Wind helping out of the rough. PDN's yelling 8-iron at the screen, so we're gonna go with it. Some of these holes, you could hit the one that goes past the hole. Yeah, then it rolls back. Yeah, you could, I think. Like that last hole, hit one up under the slope, actually clubbed up to 4-iron and just hit more like 3/4, just planning to hit it long, and it, you know, kind of went up the slope and then rode back down. All right, we'll go there. Wind's off the left, so the wind's gonna push this right. 152. It's hit pretty good, but I meant to draw it. Come on. Feet off the hill. Sit. The chat's enjoyable, but thanks, OMG. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten better at it. There's been times where I've been really distracted. And, I mean, still played decent golf, but you do kind of get better at it as you go. Yeah, in the real world, I don't get distracted. Actually, like, people that get well, I shouldn't say I don't. I probably am distracted the whole time. But it doesn't really bother me like it does some. Like loud noise or someone talking, or it doesn't bother me as much. This probably is gonna help too. Okay, downhill 5, 22 feet. Can we pick a good line and hit a good stroke here? Come on. Downhill 5, 22 feet. I still pulled it, like I still got over it feeling like I didn't have enough brake played and I hit a pole and it still was too low. They just break so much. Okay, 5 foot, 1 uphill, 1. Woo! The Wheel of Death. Yeah, dude, that was fun the other night, PDN. That was fun. If I warm up with anything other than my 7-iron, my round goes to crap. I don't know. It's for me, the 7-iron is the one I love to warm up with. I don't even really like hitting wedges too much in my sim because of what they do to the golf balls. They tear them apart. So 7-iron is kind of where the grooves don't cut into the balls as much because of the attack angle probably. So I like to hit 7-iron or more, but you start getting into 6 and 5 and it's definitely a harder club to hit. So it's like the 7-iron is just the perfect club to hit, it seems like for me. I don't feel like, I would agree with you. I feel like that's the one I gotta warm up with. All right, here we go. 13, 478. That was hit really well. I actually got a cut. I got some cut on that one. Go. Yes. We did, Chris. We got him doing it. That's right. And hello, Chris. Good to see you. I'm probably hitting the ball as good as I have, Chris, but I haven't gotten the putter going yet. So maybe we'll get the putter going here now that you're around. $161. Again, look at these pin locations. This course, man, I wonder in real life how tough it is. It feels insane. 161. .558, 7.4, and driver. Yeah, and I always hit wedges. Don't get me wrong. You guys see that. I always hit wedges to get a feel for yardages. But as far as full swings go, it's like 7-iron is the one I hit the most. And when I'm messing around with feels and swing path and such, and just most time when I go into the range, a lot of times I'm just hitting 7-irons during the day. But pre-round, I gotta hit a little bit of everything. Thank you, OMG. It is a good looking course. The design is awesome too. It is a top 100, I think. All right, 161. A little chunky, and that's gonna hurt me. Go. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Downhill, 1 foot 1. Oh man. Downhill, 1 foot 1, 30 feet. So it's 18 feet. Play it out to the top of the break and just watch it dive to the right. Is that what I do? Just play it way out to the right, left here. Close my eyes. Sit. Gosh, 5 foot circles that'd be in. We have 4 foot circles. Bam. Floor projector. So the path of it is like right, yeah. It's mounted straight. I don't know if you can see, I don't know where I sit in the sim right now. So it's mounted straight above it's mounted straight above right here on the floor. So it's straight above that. It's centered like on the corner of this and angled down like that. So almost above, like someone's sitting on the couch. Stu, there is a whole thing coming out, I promise you. We've talked about it, but I've actually started working on it. So there'll be that's the next set of videos, will be a closer look at nearly everything in here. All right. This is scary as hell. 4'3" or 4'9". Not downhill at all, but it breaks like a mother. Okay. Oh, don't be too much. Oof. My wife's a lefty, Chris, but growing up, her dad only had right-handed clubs, so she plays right-handed. But other than that, I don't have any lefties that come over right now. But I am set up. If I get an overhead unit, I would move my hitting strip over to here and maybe widen that side out to the full length, and then I could do lefties. So I've thought about it, if I get an overhead unit, setting it up for it. So I'm gonna reset it. I wanna say, I gotta get a date, Chris, where it's like official. So let me look at it this week. But I was thinking after we got a group in and handicaps started to become established, we could start a new, an official league standings. Like I think I'm gonna win the net this week, and there's no way for me to change the handicap. I shouldn't have won the net. It just didn't have a handicap set for me yet because we only done one round. Probably like 1st of February is what I'm thinking when I think about when would I get it done, when would we start the league, and then prizes to be tied in with that. See if we can get some donations, and I'll donate some stuff as well. I know Sean already said he would donate a set of K2 tees. So, and then how many weeks we do? I don't know how many weeks into it. Yeah, I don't know. February 1st is I guess the best answer I could give you, I think. All right. Or sooner. Or sooner. 53. Air compressor just kicked on. I gotta fix that leaking air hose. You're left-handed, your son, everybody else right, so trying to accomplish the lighting and such. For sure, I can imagine that being a little bit of a battle. All right, here we go. 154. You're gonna send that, right? Come on. Come on. That said failure on the connector. It's not that bad golf ball, is it? Do that again. 154. Hang on. Felt a little more right than my last swing. Sit. Where's everybody on iron covers? It's not my thing, Chris. I'm not an iron cover guy. But maybe someone could convince me. Yeah, you can do a hitting strip on each side too. So yeah, you could do like a hitting strip for righties here and a hitting strip for lefties here. Like the Foresight GC Hawk has 2 hitting areas, one on each side, and it's an overhead unit. So you can have the hitting spot in the center, but it really depends on where your overhead unit cameras are able to look. Some overhead units they just have a central hitting spot they can view, but like the GC Hawk has 2 side-by-side hitting spots. So all right, let's see here. This is a little tricky little shot. 10 yards, little flop. PDN, flop in the house. Going. Oh, sit there. That would have been fun. I haven't had chip in, it feels like, in a couple rounds, few rounds here. I need to get one. 339. Gotta lay it up on this one. Take it seriously though. Lay it up, take it seriously. Honestly, the MLM on chipping, it's been doing a great job, I feel like. Other than like some of my flop shots, sometimes it seems like it consistently doesn't get red. But for the most part, it's been pretty dang good on chipping as of the last update. All right, wind off the right. Good layup shot. Found the, well, maybe spoke too soon. I was gonna say found the fairway. No, I didn't. Ah. 102. I wish I would have found the fairway. Kind of stinks. Oh, it won't matter. That pin's back there. 102. Wind off the right. I have a lie that's kind of off the left as well. Out of the rough. All right, here we go. .102. Come on, wind. A little help, and that could be good. Go. That elusive birdie still evades me. Reason to buy a computer, the 4070 Ti over the Super. I don't know if I know the difference between the 70 Ti and Super enough to say so, but like when I built my computer, I mean, I paid a crazy amount for the 3090 at the time, which now would be the 4090, right? And I don't know, my computer's still 3 years later way above the benchmark. But both those, I think both those are plenty to run what you're running for sim. I'd have to look more closely at them. I think it matters too what you're pairing it with for a processor. Building your own, Stu, or you buying a pre-built, or? All right, 12'10". I want to make this so bad. 12'10". 12'10". Come on. Ah! Overthinking it. That's got to be like my 7th or 8th hole where I've had a 12-footer or less. I need to do better. Oh. But if you send me computer specs, Stu, I can help you look at it. Like if I can see the whole components. I built my computer. There's a big advantage to building it if you can do it, just because you can pair proper components. A lot of times the sale price of pre-built computers is sold on one of the main components, and then the other stuff they have riding with it is on the lower end, but it's not it's not the thing on the sticker that makes you differentiate, but it affects it. Like maybe you have downgraded RAM, or the motherboard isn't the one you necessarily want. But so I built mine just because I wanted to have control over all those parts. But I understand it's not for everybody to build their own computer. All right, 319. Snap hook off the toe, probably. Yep. tried swinging too hard again. Ah! This is one of those holes I didn't even need to swing hard. I looked at this last time. It's like a 600-yard par 5 uphill where it's like, just find the fairway, bozo. Gosh. All right. We'll go there. What's that say? 207 to there. Deep rough. Hybrid should get me out. Yeah, do that, Stu. Sit, give me some fairway. Come on, sit, sit, sit. All right, there we go. Yeah, you probably could get away with 1080 or 2080 if you're doing just 1080p. Those are, and those graphics cards are cheap and old by now, I think. But I mean, if you're building something and you don't want to have to change it out or upgrade it in the near future, I think a 4070 is going to be plenty. All right, 149, 5-mile-an-hour wind. This is a 9, I think, a 9-iron. 9-iron right in there. Trust it. Go right there. Could be good. Get in the circle. Come on, I don't want to putt. I don't want to putt. Oh, all right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 5'6". 5'6". 5'6". Come on. 5'6". Ah! Oh, it's in my head at this point. Oh, man. This might be the most atrocious round of putting. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. I need to hit it 3 miles an hour and it goes in. I hit it 2.8. But then I risk going out of the circle. Like, I just gotta hold those putts, man. Chris, I don't even want to know what my proximity to hole is on this round. My total feet of putt has to be like almost 0. I don't feel like anything has gone in unless it's been a gimme. All right, 314 down 14. This might be stupid, but I'm just gonna hit the driver, I think. What do you think, boys? I laid up last time into the trees. It did me no good. Felt really good. It's gonna draw too much though. Wasn't far from being decent. Okay, hopefully it's all into me, maybe, kinda. I'm kinda hitting up into it. 27 yards, uphill 4 yards, out of the deep rough. Flopadopoulos here. 27 up 4. Play it like it's 50 maybe. Get in there. Come on. Let's go. We are not going to make a birdie unless it's in that circle. Boom. That felt so good. I was just thinking it didn't read it, it didn't read it, it didn't read it. And then it went. Let's go. Rough and so deep rough is like 30-ish%. You never know. It'll tell you after the shot. So that one was 19%, but it also took half the spin off. And then the lower you, I've been told, the lower you launch out of deep rough, so like if your vertical launch angle, as it gets closer to 0 in the deep rough, the effect is higher. So like there I hit a flop shot and I only had 19%. But I think if you were in deep rough and you hit like a 3-wood, you might have 35% reduction. So it's random, and regular rough I would say is around 10%. Sand is like 15 to 20%. These are just some of the numbers that I feel like I feel in my head. But it's somewhat of a guessing game. I feel like once you get onto a course though, and you take a shot out of the rough, and you, let's say that you get started playing on a course and you hit a shot out of the rough and it takes off 10%. For me, I feel like I can kind of count on that 10%-ish whenever I'm in the rough for the rest of that course. And I don't know if it's because the designers use the same, amount of penalty on all of their rough. But I feel like once you start to get penalized inside of some of the areas, I just kind of take note of it in my head and play it that way the rest of the course. All right, hole 18, 397. I tried to crush that. Maybe didn't need to. I'm just going to end up in the long rough. 166.9 into the deep rough. Okay. Well, maybe it'll help me to have the spin taken off of it. But I just got to guess the right yardage. So 106, uphill 5, so 110 into the wind. I'm going to hit it like it's 130, and just hopefully that's the right guess on the penalty here. So I'm going to hit it like it's 130, coming out to the right a touch. So I've got pitching wedge in my hand here. Be good. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's finish this. Let's finish this. Look at that front of that green. Another death. All right, let's see here. Downhill 2 inches, 9'8". Have I learned anything from this entire round of golf? Oh, I don't know. We're gonna try this. This seems crazy. 9'8", downhill 2. Let's go! Yes! Heck yeah! It took me 36 holes, I think, feels like, to make that. Wow, dude, that thing broke 90 degrees, came in the side. Let's go. Let's check that leaderboard now. We got to check the leaderboard. Here we go. Come on. All right. Oh, that feels good. So we finished birdie. Shot an even par 70 on that one. With 4-foot gimmies, breezy, stimp 13. That's my best tips round I think ever, honestly. Best 2 rounds of tips ever. Let's see here. So let's back out. Just take a look at this leaderboard here. I'm gonna refresh it. Turning in. Good night, John Robert. Good night. 17th. I bet. Hey, let's look here though. Let's go finished rounds because this tournament's over. 10th place, man. 10th place. A top 10 on the tips? This is that's huge for me. That's huge. That's finally golf that I feel like proud about. I mean, I'm happy with the golf I play, but that was good golf tonight. Good ball striking. Thank you everybody for hanging with me. Again, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Chris. I think we should look I want to look at one thing, not that anybody else cares besides me, but let's look at the total feet of putts made. That is horrendous. That is so bad. That is all tap-ins. So it's a 4-foot gimme circle. What's 4 times 18? 4 times 18, right? Am I thinking of this right? 4-foot gimme circle means basically everything was inside the gimme circle. There was nothing that went in outside of it besides maybe the last putt and maybe one other putt on this round. 32 and 28 putts. Man. I'm proud of the ball striking though, so that's pretty cool. All right, so top 10 on the tips tour. Pumped. J-Leg, congratulations if you ever catch this video, which you probably don't, but congrats on his back-to-back wins. He is gonna he's gonna hit the world #1. This win will get him very close to world #1. He probably needs one more week. Pretty crazy. I think I am in 198th with 26 points, but this week a top 10 on the tips tour is gonna get me. It'd be 32. It'll be more points than I've earned all year on all the other tours. Just for a top 10 on the tips tours, we're 32. So that'll be huge. That's a big finish for me. But all right, enough bragging. Gotta head to bed, I suppose. Thanks everybody. Thanks Stu. Bad Badger, good to see you. Chris, you as well. Miles, thanks for the compliment. Appreciate it. Derby. Adam, thanks for the email. We'll be in touch. Adam, Stu, we can talk computers. Yeah, jump on the Discord if you need. Jean Robert. Who else we got? Mere Mortals. Appreciate you stopping in. Y'all come back now. Chris or KC Walk. OMG, as always. I'm not sure who's still around. Stu, or if you're still there. Antennas. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys, as always. Tomorrow morning, I'll put the schedule out for the week. I'm planning at least Tuesday and Thursday night. Thursday night will be league. Tuesday, I'm planning to stream. And then there's a chance tomorrow night if I get a wild hair. So thanks, everybody. We will see you next time. Later, Treasure. We'll see you when you get your stream going, too. Have a good night, all. Later, Stu.